Hello everyone. How are you guys doing? So this is my second video post the current draw number 230, which is kind of has surpassed all of our expectations, ain't it? 230, 500 more new invitations and a score of 516. Yeah, that was beyond our expectations. We were expecting a drop of CRS score to 516, but yeah, we were expecting a bump of only 250 odd invitations, but now it's 500 odd invitations. So the pool looks quite different now. So let's have a quick analysis of the pool and see how things are looking. Okay, so the first bracket of 601 to 1200, these mostly are people who have got their PNP nominations, because that's the only way of crossing 600. So 538 in the pool last time, 466 pool this time before this draw. So all those 538 would have got invited in the last draw of 2250 when the score was 525. 2250 was the number of invitations, so this 538 would have got invited, and all these 466 people that were in the pool before today were all the new people that came in this pool, right? So 466, so this pool rose by 466, and then currently it's zero after the draw. The pool is the 600 to 1200 draw pool is now empty, guys. 2750 people, 466 were invited from this pool, and the balance 2300 were invited from this from 501 to 600 pool. Let's see how the second bracket looks. 501 to 600, 8221 before the last draw, 7224 before the current draw. However, it seems like there has been a drop in this pool, in this category, but no, you have to consider that 1300 odd people were invited from 8221 in the last draw. So in fact, this pool grew by 715 people. Similarly, if you see now, number of candidates in this pool is 4940. So because of all those 2300 extra people that got invited, they came from this pool, right? The other pools unfortunately are same. We saw a slight increase in each of the pool, 517 here, 28 in 400 to 450, 534 in 351 to 400, and 256 in 300 to 350. In one of the brackets, we saw a slight decrease, like of 17 candidates, but these mostly would be those candidates, or could be those candidates, where either their profile expired or they got moved to the next bracket. For example, some of the candidates that are in the pool, especially at the lower end, as they gain more experience and as they gain more skills, like some of them might have again taken their English proficiency and things like that. So as they gain experience, they gain some points and they move from this bracket to the next bracket. So that is how I foresee this drop in 17 candidates would have happened. Overall, 947 candidates were in the pool before the draw on 15th August. Before the current draw, it was at 239196. So there was a net increase of 2500 people between the last draw and this draw. So almost 2500 people got added, and if you see, 2750 people got invited. So a net drop in 300, I would say, in the pool size after the current draw. So this is how, nothing alarming, nothing out of the way I'm seeing. This is pretty much on trend. But one thing is that if you look at this particular pool of 501 to 600, and right now we were at 516 and 2750 people who got invited, which means that in this bracket there were almost 2300 people between 516 and 600. Okay, so if you look at the pool size, so these 4940 candidates are all those candidates between 501 and 515. So all these candidates 4940, most of them, until and unless if somebody is on 516 on a tiebreaker rule, but let's say there are some candidates like that also. So 501 to 516, we have 5000 candidates in those 16 points range. So if the score starts dropping below 516, which it should do in the next draw, we should see a lot of new candidates, lot of number of invitations getting issued. So there is this full bracket is kind of really fat now. So if you look at 7224, 4940 still remains. So almost, I would say, 65% people are still in this pool. It would happen that as people gain experience in the next 2 weeks, some candidates might move between bands, some might fall between these bands as they age, and as they gain experience, some might get added to those bands. So those intra-band changes might always happen, but on a net basis, we can expect that as the pool drops below 516, we should see a huge drop between a huge jump in the number of invitations. So if you look at PNP pool 538 to 466, yes, the number of candidates are getting PNP candidates are getting it, but this is kind of a lower number of PNP candidates in this draw as compared to the last draw. So this we have to keep in mind, that maybe the PNP candidates are not growing at the same rate as the other candidates in the other pools, and that is also as per expectations, because most of the PNPs are also facing a lot of applications and a lot of delays in their processing. I know I did my own PNP through Alberta, where I got my invitations in 2 weeks, but I have known some people who have met on these channels who have said they are waiting for last 2 or 3 months for getting new nominations. So definitely there is a slowness in the PNP sector, but still they are getting issued. So if you are pursuing PNP, go ahead. If you have any questions on Alberta PNP specifically, I can try and help because of my experience in those pool. I just did it recently, so I'm just sharing my experience on my channel. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm not a professional or legal consultant. I'm just trying to help everybody out here with my experience, and hope this helps somebody in some smaller way. Reach out to me on my comments if you have any questions. I will try my best, and see you in the next one. Thank you so much.